or good afternoon at this point. Today I am joined here with the Democratic Caucus, which has stood firmly for the taxpayers and residents on the issues that I'm going to present to you. As you all well know, earlier this year, leading up to this year, in December of last year actually, this caucus stood firm on behalf of the residents, taxpayers in this county in rejecting any proposals for a casino in this county. It was because of the leadership of the members of this caucus on why the current proposal, the proposal that was before the legislature, before the county at one time, was rejected resoundingly. As you all will know, the site that was being proposed at that time was the Fortunoff site, which just wasn't good for the Westbury area and Carr Place area. It wasn't good for Nassau County. And today, as you all well know, the county executive has announced in his proposal that there is $20 million in revenue for VLTs, also to be placed in Nassau County. And today we stand again as the Democratic Minority Caucus in the legislature, reaffirming our position that casinos have no place in Nassau County, period. It is irresponsible, it is reckless for the county executive to put this money in the budget. At this time, we truly believe that, we hope that we believe that the legislature, our colleagues in the majority will join our position. We have been steadfast in this position for almost a year, and we feel that based off of what we've heard and what we believe and what we understand and what we know, that casinos have no place at all in Nassau County. As you also well know, Nassau County, the county executive, the board of OTB, has also taken the measure of announcing their proposed sites, or proposal for the bus site, in December of this year. By coincidence, that is after Election Day. I truly believe that the people of this county deserve to know where this legislature stands, because we have to vote on this, before Election Day. This is a top priority. You're talking about jeopardizing the livelihood as well as the quality of life of people in this county. They should know on Election Day when they walk into the booth who stands with them in regards to no casino versus who's allowed to let it go in the shadows of the dark. And from that standpoint, we are demanding, and we're writing a letter, Rick wrote a letter, to the OTB board and copied the county executive, demanding that he disclose the location for this proposed site so people can have that information before Election Day and not after. To me, it is disingenuous to have a process where, knowing full well, to try to protect certain members of the legislature because of their possible vote on the casino measure or the VLTs. To me, it is disingenuous to do that process after an election. If they feel so confident that they want the casino, they should stand up to their respective districts and say that they want it, not hide from the process and hope that OTB does this after Election Day. To me, it is a sad commentary that the future of this county is going under the present leadership. And to me, we need to have creative measures, not ones of taxing people, not ones of ruining their quality of life by putting casinos or VLTs in this county, but creative measures that help this county get back on track. This caucus here stands engaged and ready to do that, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions at this time. Or no.
Is it, you said you would rather see no casinos in Nassau County at all. It was obviously passed by the legislature, so it's happening. You have no authority as a legislature to stop that, do you?
When you say it's passed by the legislature, you mean the state legislature?
State legislature, yes.
No, we do have authority. We actually have some authority in terms of how the site, obviously the site will go through zoning. And I think what you mean is OTB has the ability to put a casino anywhere they would like. However, the way the mechanics work, this legislature actually appoints the members to the OTB board. So those people are accountable to this legislature. And to be honest with you, if the members of the OTB board are not working in compliance with the county legislature, we can easily remove them. Now, I don't know if the majority has the same willingness that we have, but we're prepared to remove members that do not believe in the same concept that we have, that no casino deserves to be in Nassau County.
Is there anything that could happen, compromise perhaps with the powers that be that might give you a change of heart? I mean, is there anything at all that could happen that might make you consider the possibility?
No, there's no compromise. From our standpoint, Nassau County does not need a casino, and to be frankly honest, the people have spoken. I've spoken to hundreds of people that have told me on a recurring basis that the casino has no place in this county. If the Republicans and the majority, as well as the county executive and the OTB board, do not want to listen to us, because we are in the legislative minority, they can very well turn to their constituents who are reminding them of that on a daily basis.
Are you basing this all on the uproar after the Fortunoff building in Westbury?
Well, I think the uproar that happened at the Fortunoff site was a tipping point. This caucus, you know, the rumors of a casino was around way before that. And we basically took the position that we didn't support a casino even when that uproar took place, but we didn't support a casino even before that.
Regardless of how you feel about the actual casino itself, knowing what it means to the budget, if you were to know a location before the budget vote, would you support the revenue because of what it means to the budget and because of what it would in there?
No, well, from our standpoint, we would plan to remove any segments of the budget. And we're going to go through our budget process. As you probably well know, we usually generally start the budget legislative meetings at the end of the month, beginning of next month. We'll go through the process, and we plan to go through the process with a keen eye of protecting the taxpayers, protecting the residents, and then also stripping in any way of any revenue associated with casinos in this county.
Why do you think that the county executive is so insistent on getting these terminals into Nassau County?
Well, I think, quite frankly, he has mismanaged the county's finances, and the county needs the money. I don't think anyone can dispute that. But at what cost is why we're here today. We don't think it should be out on the backs of folks that live in this county that deserve better. They deserve creative ideas, not the same run-of-the-mill of ideas of tax increases as well as casinos and VLTs in their backyard.
Is this in any way reminiscent? I can't help but think right now of the school zone speed cameras that some people thought were going to make all this money and be so wonderful. What happened? I mean, is it, you get that same feel here, I think?
Well, I think the feel here is that there were a portion of people, like it or not, that supported the school zone cameras. Some school districts reached out to me and have expressed an interest in the school cameras when they were there. However, there was a resounding amount of people, more than 3/4 of them, that did not want it. And that's why it was repealed. In this case, I haven't met one person since I've started this battle for over a year. I have not met one person that told me that they support the ideas of casinos. Not one. No matter where they live. And to me, from our standpoint, just to reaffirm again, the fact that they are trying to pull the wool over people's eyes and pushing this deadline or pushing the time frame of making a decision after election day, you have to see how disingenuous that is. They're doing it to try to protect certain members of the legislature who can very well have the casino in their backyard, but can say, I didn't know that before election day. To me, it's hypocritical, it's disingenuous, and Nassau County deserves better.
Some might say, what's wrong with Belmont? There's already gambling there. What is wrong with putting these terminals in Belmont, in your opinion?
Well, I think the terminals, whether the location to me is Nassau County, they should not stand. One can say that there's gambling at Belmont and then justify the fact of why you can have the terminals there. But everything that we've seen in terms of the studies and speaking to the members of the community throughout Nassau County is that they don't want a casino anywhere near their homes, near their schools. At the end of the day, it's regressive because I think it brings us back. I think about some of the places where casinos are in this country. They're not places that I would want to visit 5 miles outside from where the casino is. And I don't want to see any community whether it's near Belmont or anywhere in Nassau County, deteriorate.
Thank you.
One last question?
Yes, of course.
Since we have you here, but it's a separate matter, but because it's in the paper today, the county executive's biotech park proposal. Anything you want to say about it? How are you feeling about that?
Well, the biotech park that the county executive is discussing, I know it's in the Newsday today. The bottom line is that proposal has to go through a lot of leaps and bounds to get state approval. But obviously, when you're talking about getting outside resources to address the infrastructure, to enhance parking, I share that area with Seal of Item, but I think the hub is something for everybody to utilize. We want to see how the process unfolds, but naturally, it sounds like it's going in the direction that we can support. Adding infrastructure, adding a rapid transit system, those are the kinds of things we want to see this county going in the direction. It's kind of like the polar opposite of a casino. Casinos are going to bring in part-time jobs, lower wage jobs. We want to bring in, whether it be a Sloan Kettering, or bring in more biomedical or biotech industries to pay high-paying jobs to maintain the quality of life. That, to me, I think the county executive got half right. These casinos, he got totally wrong. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.